Between the Miami Dolphins and the Cincinnati Bengals. A couple of 2-1 teams set to square off, and we're underway here in NFL Week 4.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
On one, ready?
A first carry for the rookie from Georgia. It's James Cook.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Just like that, it's a gain of 12 and a first down on their first play. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. It's caught inside the 25. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Now Burrow on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
The Bengals at 2-1 now to start the campaign, and they move back above 500 with a victory last week.
And you look at their start, a win, a loss, then a win. This might be something we see from them a lot this year, because when they're at their best, they can play with anybody. But bringing their best every week, that's been a challenge thus far.
Now he dumps this off over the middle, and they're going to get this down inside the 20. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On third down, Burrow.
Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. Brandon Jones picking it off.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble.
And the Bengals are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
They'll run here with Raheem Mostert.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Well, this defense for the Bengals, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
On first and 10, it's Mostert. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33.
Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Now Jones. And his throw here is incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. The first carry for the North Texas man is Jeff Wilson. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. They go back to the ground, this time Mostert. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. So on 4th down, Dolphin kicker Jason Sanders comes on. The kick by Sanders is good, and the Dolphins will jump out to a 3-0 lead. A lot of energy in this building tonight, but the opening drive produces 3, maybe quiets them just a bit, at least momentarily.
Just a little, right? That's all you're asking for, right? Things just getting started. You know they haven't taken the momentum totally here, but at the same time, they like what they've done here in the early going.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it.
Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. He's going to have the first down and then some.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big play that time on the catch and run. And it's going to yield a new set of downs. First down, here's Burrow. This one into the hands of the running back, Balaj.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just stuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
Emmanuel Ogbah that time, able to drop him for a loss.
Throwing on 2nd and long.
Burrow. He will find his man Chase complete.
And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Tyler Bass on for the extra point attempt.
He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Noah Igbenogany from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Jones. Rolling to his right. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 18 more yards there and another first down. He'll get that out wide to Waddle. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And he'll go down at the 28. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Now Jones just going to bat this forward on the jet sweep.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32.
Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, then maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And the Bengals are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get a second one.
That one good for 20 on the catch and run. From their own 40 to the other 40. The gain of 20 leads to 1st and 10. Now Cook running right. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Got a man. It's Darren Waller. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
11 mighty. 11 mighty.
They'll run with Cook. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Here we go.
2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Here we go. 11.
They go play action with Burrow. Touchdown!
Jamar Chase
with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that pushes the lead up to 11.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the inline. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, some guys, they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line.
That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A minute 55 left to go in the first half of play. A run with Mostert up the middle. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. Second down.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Jones. Open man is Waddle, complete. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. So not only do they get the fumble recovery on the punt, but now look at this field position. He almost took it the distance.
And the ability to not just make the play, but turn it into something big, that's what coaches harp on all the time. How do we create big plays that'll change the game? And that may have been one that just did.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
One more time with Mostert. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Here's Jones. Going to throw on 3rd and goal. And he's got his tight end Gesicki in the end zone. Touchdown, Dolphins. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. This taken in at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
On 1, ready?
The Bengals drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
Here we go.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Flushed out right. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. Yeah, we saw that from up here, CD. A tug on the face mask and the flag comes out.
And we saw that last week. They had some defensive miscues like that. And they told us that they had worked hard on it in practice and thought they had it all cleaned up. But obviously the message hasn't really sunk in.
Jones throwing on 1st down. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple. And the Bengals are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this third quarter. Benogany elects not to return it. The football will come out to the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. As they begin their second half here, Charles, offensively, not where they want to be, obviously. They're losing in this ball game, but very much within striking distance. We'll see what adjustments they make in the second half.
Is that the old glass half full, half empty type of a deal? And which way do you want to look at it? Because you're right, they're down on the scoreboard, but they're definitely opportunities now. Because if they want to go ahead and get going in this one, get back to the running game. I think there are going to be some places to go with it, and I think the offensive line will appreciate the chance to fire out and hit people.
That's a good point because they virtually had nothing going in the ground game in that first half. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down. Running the counter with Mostert. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down. On the option right, it's Jones. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's second down. A little do-it-yourself run right there and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
Touchdown, Dolphins! Mike Gesicki with his second touchdown of the night. And the Dolphins have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. And this is no good. It's a missed extra point. Boy, in a tight game, how important might that turn out to be here as the second half rolls along? Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And this will be a touchback. No return from Isabella.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
Burrow going to get this out to Boyd on the perimeter. Once more the juke. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
We're going to just keep this line on a loop because we say it so often. First down, Tyler Boyd. He's thrived in a high-volume role for the Cincinnati Bengals, averaging almost 80 catches and 950 yards a season over the last 4.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook.
And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and it'll be second down. Here's Burrow. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The sack there by Bradley Chubb.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw.
They'll set up a throw.
Throw left side, complete to Chase.
And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 42. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. Throwing now, Burrow on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. Past the 20. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown.
So what a turn of events there. You're driving to take the lead in this 3rd quarter, but then one mistake, and you're watching the ball being returned for a touchdown.
Certainly a great example of how focus has to be there on every play, doesn't it, partner? You can't get complacent, and I think that he did. He's got him moving downfield, but that's a play where he just shouldn't have thrown the football, and that ultimately could wind up costing him the ball game.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And not the first time that they're coming back out off of a turnover, but the last one really hurt Charles with that pick 6.
And it feels like the whole team's infected right now, doesn't it? It's not just been one person. It's kind of been a group effort where the mistakes have happened. Can they put that aside, kind of start over, and put together a nice drive?
They run again on first down. Cook. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33.
Jerome Baker crashing downhill and getting the stop.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Again, it's Cook. And he'll get this up to about the 40. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there, because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Here we go.
4th down. Here's Joe Burrow. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Dolphins get the football in great field position.
Up the middle they go with Mostert. To the 36-yard line, stop there.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And they're knocking on the door now, as a good run there are going to take this to about the 10-yard line.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. First down, Jones to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal.
They hand it off to Mostert.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal.
I have to laugh a little bit because he actually handed it off. I thought with the 2 touchdown passes he's thrown in this one already, he'd go ahead and fling and try and get a 3rd one.
Yeah, now from this spot on 3rd down, I think he'd probably throw in here.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. They won't even send in a running play here, I don't believe. I think they go ahead and try and throw it for a touchdown.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
And the Bengals are right back in this football game.
What a stand there defensively. They force the 3rd and goal, force them into what they think will be a passing situation, and then they make sure to lock up all the receivers and come away with the interception. Sounds simple, but that was really well done.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. And his throw is incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Now Burrow.
Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. The end result, 21 yards.
Here we go, here we go.
Now it's Burrow. Throw left side, complete to Isabella. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Again, it's Burrow. Eluding the pressure right. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown.
James Cook,
32 yards.
And the Bengals have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Second down. Here's Mostert again. They find some open field here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 90 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. On the right side, open is Gesicki. A few moving pieces on that play because that was an RPO, was it not?
It was, but one important piece that didn't move incorrectly, the offensive line. Because when you're running this play, as he continued down the line of scrimmage, sometimes the lineman can wander downfield. And if you're more than a yard downfield, it's illegal to throw the football at that point. But they held their ground, held their spot, and turned it into a nice game.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Looking to throw. Jones. They'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter is a good running back dive play.
And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4.
On 3rd down, here comes Mostert.
And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll kick it away for the second time. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. Steps away to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Here we go.
They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10.
To throw, Burrow.
He completes it to Boyd. A solid stiff arm. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there. Picked up the 1st down. Got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as they understand where they are on the field.
Pass complete to his running back, Kalen Ballage.
And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A well-executed 22-yard gain. That's what they need right now. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Here's Burrow. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And they come with a jet sweep here as Burrow just taps that forward. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Here we go.
They'll run for it with Cook. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Only a yard that time, second and goal.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
A little unconventional, but another kneel down here as they work towards a field goal try.
Here we go, here we go.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal. Now the timeout will be called, so they're in field goal range with 3 seconds left. So all eyes now on Tyler Bass. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. And it is good! He splits the uprights on the chip shot. And the Bengals are going to get out of here with a W. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for Cincinnati, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And now they'll get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife Stadium with the New York Jets.